Welcome back, everybody. So, this is the second part of our lesson today. We're going to read a story together. But first, let me show you this. I will post this on Classroom, and if you are able to print this, and if you want to, you can print this story out and follow along with me on a printed copy. But you don't have to have this. You can follow along with me on the screen as well. All right, and what I want you to do is read this with me, and we'll do this together. All right, so let's start with the title. Skip is sick. All right, based on the title, make a prediction about what you think this story is about or what's going to happen in this story. Okay, let's start the story. I'm going to turn on these scoops or phrasing to make it simpler for us to read. And I want you to read along with me. And I'll go slow so that you can stay caught up with me. All right, ready? Big breath. Skip sat up in bed. He had to get up. He had a big quiz in math, and he did not want to miss the bus. He had not slept well. He felt sick, and his skin was hot. He left his quilt on the bed and went to get his mom. Mom had a shock when Skip came in. He had a red rash on his neck. Back to bed, Skip, said Mom. Skip went back and got in bed. Mom came in to check his temp. He was hot. Okay, let's look at some vocabulary really quick. Let's look at rash. A rash is sometimes little bumps or red that you get on your skin. I'm sure all of you have had or seen a rash before. And temp is short for temperature. So she was checking his temperature with a thermometer. And we all know about that with COVID and checking our temperature. Okay, so what's happened so far? Skip was in his bed. He has a quiz coming up, and he's worried about missing the bus, but he doesn't feel good. And so his mom checked him, and he has a rash, and he is hot. Okay, let's move on. Remember to follow along with me and read with me, okay? I did pack your lunch, but I cannot let you get on that bus, said Mom. You will just have to miss the quiz. Skip slept the rest of the day. Skip had to rest all day. He slept a long time. Mom kept him in bed. She had him drink lots of water. He did not get up to play. The next day, Skip felt the best he had felt in a long time. It was a day off, too. He was glad that there was no class. He had a plan to fill his day with fun. All right, what's happened now? So his mom didn't let him go to school. He missed the quiz and he slept. The next day, he felt good. And there was no school that day. So he decided he was going to do some fun stuff. All right, next page. Follow along. Here we go. Big breath. He went out to get on the swing. When he sat on the swing, he felt a sting on his leg. He let out a yell. He swung at the bug and fell off the swing. Now there was a bump on his chin, and his leg began to swell. He did not get up fast. He swept the dust off his legs. The bump on his chin felt big, and his leg stung. He had to limp back in. Mom, I think I need help, he said. That is a bad cut, Skip. I will get the stuff to put on it. Did you fall? Asked Mom. Yes, I fell, said Skip. But I also got stung by a bug. I think I should get back in bed. I am not having luck. Okay, so I'm going to turn to this page. While we answer these questions so you can kind of see the whole thing. Okay, but let's talk about this paragraph really quick, and then we'll talk about the whole thing. So he goes out to play on the swing. He gets stung by a bug, and he falls off the swing and hurts his chin. And then he goes home and decides to go back to bed because it's not going well for him. Okay, so let's look at the whole story. All right. What is this story about? This story is about a boy named Skip who wakes up sick. He has to stay home. The next day he feels better, but then he gets stung by a bee and hurts his chin, and so he goes back to bed. Who are the main characters? We have two. We have Skip, and we have his mom. All right, where does this story take place? So in every paragraph, the main place this takes place is at his house, but mostly in his bed. And he has a little bit where he goes around the house or he goes on the swing. But most of the time it's spent in bed. Do you think that's important to the story? Yeah, because it shows that he's sick, that he doesn't feel well, that usually when you're sick, you have to stay home and stay in bed. And then he goes back to bed because he's just not having a good day. All right. What is the problem or challenge that Skip is going through? Well, first, Skip is sick. So the challenge is that he's sick. And then he kind of has a second challenge that he gets stung by a bee and hurts his chin when he falls down. Okay, so how does Skip solve the problem? Well, when he wakes up sick, he goes to bed and sleeps for a long time. And his mom has him drink water. And then after the next day when he feels better and he gets stung and hurts his chin, then he solves it by going back to bed again. Okay, so I should have sent you a copy of this home, but I didn't. I apologize. So this will be up on Classroom where you can read it from the picture. You could also watch it from this video again if you want to read it, but I'd like you to try and practice this if you can. And then when we get back on Monday, we will send a copy of this home with you to practice reading at home. And every single one of these words, except for the ones in black, you'll see water, need, and having. We have learned all of these words, or you know all the rules on how to sound them out. So that's what's kind of fun about this story is we know all these words. And water, need, and having are the only three that you have to remember that we haven't learned rules about yet. All right. Nice job, everyone. And I'm so excited to see you next week. Have a good weekend. If you need help, please contact one of your teachers on Dojo. Bye.